Okay, so what I failed to say in the last video was that Hocus Pocus came out in the middle of summer in July of 1993. And surprisingly, a Halloween movie did not do big box office moves in the middle of July. And after that, Kenny Ortega was kind of did a lot of TV shows. He worked on concerts. He did a lot of that, but he didn't really get back into film until 2006. In 2006, he was the director and choreographer and I believe one of the producers on a little movie called High School Musical, which was hilariously enough initially people were the people at Disney before it premiered were very, very nervous. While they thought it looked good, he had done all these great things. They were like, but we're still really nervous about it. Sure enough, it was the most they'd ever spent on a Disney Channel original movie. And sure enough, the night it premiered, it was in the number one slot for women ages 18 to 49, and it went off like a juggernaut. Premiering to large numbers all over the world, sold out concert tours, and two movies coming after it, High School Musical 2, which was also made for TV, and then High School Musical 3, which actually got a theatrical release. A few years later, Disney tapped him again to do Descendants. The first Descendants was very, very popular. It follows the children's of storybook characters that we all know and love. And that took off like a juggernaut for a new generation. We have Descendants 1, 2, and 3. 3 just being released, I believe, in 2019. And most recently, he kind of didn't break away from Disney, but while Disney has been his faithful collaborator for Newsies, Hocus Pocus, the High School Musical series, Descendants, he signed a new deal with Netflix, as it seems everyone is, to produce a show, to executive produce, choreograph, and sometimes direct a TV show on Netflix called Julie and the Phantoms, where he takes really 4 kids specifically, but who are all playing their own instruments and really becoming a band in the hopes that this band will write music, they will tour and do all these great things. Julie and the Phantoms was a show that was meant for kids ages 10 to 14 years old, and has a following of a much broader spectrum. What was interesting also about it, Rotten Tomatoes score of like a 93 from critics. It has like an 80% score, fan favorite from Rotten Tomatoes, 13 Emmy nominations, big stuff happening. But something really interesting about Kenny is when the biggest, beef people had with Hocus Pocus when it came out was that he didn't seem to know his audience. The movie was fine. It was funny. But was this a movie for kids or was this a movie for adults? And what we've seen throughout his career, including High School Musical, including Descendants, including Julie and the Phantoms, is that the beauty of what Kenny Ortega does is that he creates a space where all can have access to the material and all people can kind of learn and grow into it. So that's kind of, here's a little bit about who he is and here's some of the stuff that he's done.